Well, let's start by introducing our guests on the show today. We're joined by Saurabh Jain, Assistant Vice President of Research at SMC Global Securities. We also have with us Sameet Chavan, Technical Analyst at Angel Broking. Welcome to the show and thanks so much for joining in. Our first caller. So, let me come to you, Sameet. Crane Software is lost quite heavily, gotten 4-5 years ago at a price of about 46 rupees, currently trading at about 2 rupees odd at the moment. The other one is a Sun Pharma, a lot of fundamental news flow on this one as well, but 780 is the buy price, trading below that at the moment. On the charts with a 1-year time horizon, how are these looking to you?
Now, Crane Software is a one stock that we generally don't track this counter. Whenever it moves higher or lower, it moves with circuit, and such kind of counters does not give us any comfort. So we will avoid recommending anything in this particular counter since he has been holding and he has bought it unfortunately at much higher levels. The stock has not done anything over the past few years, and we don't expect any major turnaround in this counter as well. So he'll have to bear the pain of holding it, or else in case in the near term if he gets any opportunity to exit from this counter, he should move out. As far as Sun Pharma goes, we have been quite upbeat on the entire pharmaceutical space since last couple of weeks, and we have been upbeat on Sun Pharma, Wockhardt, Dr. Reddy. They've already moved quite a lot along with Lupin as well. So as far as pharma space goes, we believe that it has already bottomed out. Now any dip would be a good buying opportunity. Since he has been holding it, he should stay put. If we have to see any particular level in the near term, then 590, 600, these are the next level to watch out for. But over the next few months, we won't be surprised to see this stock heading towards 700 as well.
Alright, could see Sun Pharma heading back to 700 levels, so you can continue to hold on to that one. In the near term, 590, 600 are the sort of levels you should look out for. But as for a Crane Software, unfortunately, you've lost quite a bit on this one. Look for opportunities to exit is the advice. No point holding on any longer and seeing your capital erode entirely. Well, let's get in our next caller then. This is Kuldeep Malhotra calling us from New Delhi. Go ahead, sir. What's your query?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am having this 250 shares of Century Textile at the rate of 1235. And second one, I am having this Crompton Greaves Power, TG Power, 1000 shares at the rate of 95. So I am a long-time investor, but kindly guide me. Will it go to the same price I bought it for, or and how much time it will take?
Alright, Sameet, I'll come back to you because he's looking for specific levels. Century Textiles as well as the CG Power, the buy price that he has of 1235 or 1235 on a Century Textile. CG Power bought at 93, about half the value lost on that one. But he can hold for the long term. Do you see a recovery to the buy price on these charts?
See, as far as the Century Textile is concerned, this calendar year has not been so great for this counter. It has climbed from higher levels of 1400. We have already seen a massive bull run in this counter from February 2016 lows up to December 2017 highs. But the stock has corrected significantly over the past few months. We would expect continuation of this weakness, but we believe that downside in the near term would be slightly limited. Yes, 900, 850 levels are possible, but since he has bought it at higher levels around 1250, I won't advise him to exit at current level. Rather, we'll have to take further pain, probably time-wise as well as price-wise pain. But over the next few months, probably 6 to 7 months down the line, we would expect the stock again come back towards say 1200, 1300. So as of now, we should stay put in Century Textiles.
Alright, Sameet, let me come to you on Jubilant Foods first, and if you could help him out on a Gloucester. Like he said, I'm unable to find it on the charts. I think trading has been terminated for this one. He bought it at 740 is the price that we have. What would you recommend he do at this stage if you can help him with a Gloucester? I think BSC listed it was. And Jubilant Foods, he's making very good gains. He's benefited from the sort of rally that we've seen in this stock. Got in at 2280 and currently trading above 2750. What would you recommend he do with this stock?
See, Jubilant Food is the one stock that has been outperforming since last many months. It has been enjoying its strong bull run. There has been a series of high top, high bottom formations that clearly indicates in such kind of markets where you have seen most of the mid cap counters, small cap counters, they have corrected more than 30-40% in last 3 months. So this stock has been outperforming, and we would expect continuation of this move. In the near term, you would have some kind of profit booking around say 2800, 2850. But if he is willing to hold it, since he has bought it somewhere around 2200, target. So you can trail his stop losses. That becomes a good strategy if you are holding good counter and that is well inside the money. So what I would suggest is he can trail his stop loss somewhere around 26.20, which seems to be a very strong support according to me, and around 2800, 2850 he can reassess. As a short-term trader, I would rather book out around 2800, 2850. But if he is a medium to long-term investor, he should trail his stop losses and hold on. Beyond 2850, the stock can head towards 3000 as well. As far as the other stock that you talked about is Gloucester. Generally, we don't track this counter considering its low volume activity. I guess that I don't see any activity in this counter also since 24th April. So he'll have to check with exchanges whether the stock is in operation or not.
All right. There you go, sir. As for Jubilant Foods, 2620 is an important level you should keep as a support. At levels of 2800 or 2850, you can book out if you're a short-term investor. You can even continue to hold on if you have the ability to hold on with a longer time horizon. As for Gloucester, would recommend that you contact your financial advisor and get a sense of what your options are ahead from here. Let's get in our next caller then. This is Mundrika Prasad calling us from Noida. Ji sir, क्या है आपका सवाल? जी सर, क्या है आपका सवाल?
I have purchased 1000 shares of GSSG.
Okay.
And 1500 shares of RCF.
All right.
Or 1500 shares of RCF.
All right. I think we have a little trouble with the audio of that line, but we have the query with us. Like he said, 1000 shares of GSFC gotten at 140 rupees and can hold for 5 to 6 months, and 1500 shares of RCF for 90 rupees is the buy price. Once again, a 5 to 6 month time horizon. So Samit, I'll come back to you. GSFC at 140, RCF at 90. With a half a year time horizon, what are the levels really that this investor should watch out for?
See, if I look at it from a slightly broader view, monthly charts are still quite encouraging. The stock has corrected significantly over the past, 5 to 6 months, but with a broader view, I would interpret this as a, pullback or correction of the previous up move that started way back in 2015. So as a, medium-term investor, I would rather hold on. I believe that, the downside in the short term would be quite limited. 100 seems to be a very strong support. So if he wants, if he is willing to average it out around 100, he can average it out. And from there, I would expect some kind of continuation of this larger degree uptrend. If I have to see any particular level in the upward direction, at least in the near term, then 130, 135, these are the next levels to watch out for. As far as the other stock that you talked about is RCF, this has been one of the outperforming stocks. If I look at the overall price action from 2016 to 2017, in last 3-4 days, the stock has come off a bit, but broader degree chart structure is quite positive, and recently we did see the stock finding support somewhere around 65, 67. So it's in a process of forming a strong base around its support levels of 70, 75. Today we are seeing a good positive traction. The stock has broken out from its recent congestion zone. So at least in the near term, I would expect 85. But if I have to take another 5 to 6 months view, the stock can again come back to its recent highs of 100, 105.
All right. Good. All right, so stay invested with a JSPL, and as for the companies that you're holding both upstream and downstream in the oil PSU space, you can continue to hold on. We will see in the near term, we'll see some sort of fluctuations for these stocks, but with the kind of long-term horizon, you have no issues with that. Hope we could answer your query, but with that, we're completely out of time here on Call BTVi. I want to thank both Samit as well as Saurav for helping out all our viewers, and to our viewers, do keep calling in. We are here Monday to Friday at 11:30 to answer your queries. You can